All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Let's go. We good? There we go. That was weird. Did you see the light just come on like that? All right. So, what do we got tonight? Not 14. How about 12? We'll do a few fewer goals. More like 12. More like 12 goals tonight. I'm itching for one of these games to go to overtime because I enjoy the playoff game overtime celebrations. I like that. So come on, how about 5-5 tonight? Overtime, right? Don't even care who. Don't even care who wins that way. Just want some overtime. So waiting for everybody to get in. I have not looked. I believe I saw Twisted said um, that Francois, however we're saying his name, I believe he's in net, but I have not seen if it's Koskinen or Smith. Hey, Riley, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. We'll let it all build up. Steve's here. Wow, you have the stream muted, but still at work. Okay, so I will type to Steve since he can't hear me. There you go. All right. It's gonna be. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that these two teams are going to clamp down just a little bit, man. Riley, you started a gym membership for pro wrestling training. That's cool. That are you like a bigger guy or what kind of weight, what kind of size of weight we're talking about? I was a bodybuilder when in my late teens and while I was in the Air Force for a little bit. Didn't last too long. I didn't do too bad though. I couldn't get my chest to fill out. I had these big wide shoulders and my lats were ridiculous, but I couldn't get my pecs to fill out. My pecs didn't fill out till almost my 40s. Right? Hey, bud, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Riley, 257. All right, well, you've got enough body somewhere. I don't know if it's all muscle or whatever, but you got enough weight on you, that's for sure. Bud, which one hurt more, Henrique or Tavares? I think Henrique. Because it was we had a good team that year, and I'm not saying we didn't with Tavares with that season, but I think just the whole thing with having come back. Oh, geez, I'm knocking everything off. I'm gonna knock the whole table. I think just the whole thing about coming back in that game. You know, you're down 2-0 to start the third period, and then you come back and you tie it. You know, and who was that? Marcel? Was it Gotch that got the tying goal? So yeah, Henrique. That was rough. That was definitely rough. By the time Tavares scored, you could kind of see the writing on the wall a little bit. You know what I mean with that series. So, yeah, neither one was fun though. Gators, yeah, we choked against New Jersey. Yeah, we had a decent team that year. You know, I forget who the other teams were that we were competing against, but you know, we played a style that does well in the playoffs. I'm not saying they would have won the cup, but yeah. Steve, you love yourself too? Outstanding. Outstanding. That's good for you. Can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. Riley, you plan to be a pro wrestler even though you have autism? Hey, that shouldn't stop you, right? You know what I mean? I mean, both my boys are autistic, so you know I understand. But in terms of something like that, yeah, man, absolutely. You know what's interesting, and I hope you don't take offense to this question, but I know part of Matthias's autism is he has an incredibly high pain tolerance. Like something could be happening to him that the rest of us would be absolutely screaming about, and he'll giggle it off. It doesn't even affect him some ways. So I'm just curious if that's part of your disability for wrestling, it might actually come out to your advantage, right? Let's see. Bud, the Devils went on to the Cup. Yeah, that's right. That's right. At least to the finals. Weiss had more heart than Barkov will ever have. Tim, you are absolutely correct. That line, Fleischman, Weiss, and Versteeg. You know, they may not have had the talent, but especially Fleischman and Weiss, and obviously, was just a good team. Jose Theodore. We eked just a little bit of life back out of him at the end of his career there, right? Let's see. You don't think, but wrestling rings are not made of Nerf, right? Right. Yeah, that's right, bud. And soup too. Yeah. Yep. And we did the same thing with Yager too, right? Oh well. All right. So who we got tonight? Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if the winner. I want to do a little bit of house cleaning here. So during the Panthers, I believe it was either the Capitals. I believe it might be the Capitals. Anyway, somebody won the 3 cards, not the ones I did the other day, but somebody won the Huberdeau and the Barkov and the Ekblad cards as one lot. If anybody remembers who that was, because I don't think I've been contacted by them, and I've been noticing them sitting around. So I wanted to make sure that whoever won those gets them. Gators, yeah, Weiss never had any good wingers like Barkov. No, but they did the best with what they could. You know what I mean? That was a fun team to watch, man. They never gave up. Let's see, Riley. Yeah, you're talking wrestling. To be honest with you, brother, I wouldn't know anything about wrestling. That's the truth. It's just one of those sports I don't really have the time for. I used to watch it when I was a kid a little bit, but just a little bit, just in passing. Let's see. Bud, you're saying Huberdeau was technically what the team was just playing in the major junior. He wasn't. That's right. That's right. We already figured that out. Yeah, you are correct, right? All right, let's see. Chris says autism tends to give people the ability to hyper-focus on something they decide they like. The top guy at your old MMA gym had a mild case, and he retired with a 14-0 record. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've noticed that especially with Kyle. So, Riley, yeah, no, I know. I haven't checked the emails from yesterday. Like I said, it usually takes me a couple of days to catch up on things, right? Yeah, Bud Kulikov was on that. Gabranson. Yep. Bud, you DM me for the one from yesterday. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see. What do we want to do today? What do we want to give away today? What's that? Oh, that's a different stack. Okay, we'll figure. Hey, why don't we give away? Since this is not a Panthers game, I'm going to put together a stack of cards that are no longer Panthers. How about that? Let's see. Well, that's a nice Ekblad card. Who's that? Yeah, that's good. And let's find one more. Okay, that'll work. All right, so since it's not a Panther game, we're going to give away, and I don't even have a question yet, just ready. Steve says, you have the stream muted. Someone let you know when he talks shit about Uyghur. So we're going to give away tonight, when I figure out the trivia question, going to give away 3 cards. It's going to be Sean Matthias. It's going to be Henrik Borgstrom, rookie card. And it's going to be everybody's best friend, Keith Yandel. So that's what we're going to give away tonight. They can't all be winners, guys. All right, let's see. Riley St. Aykroyd has autism as well. That's interesting. Did not know that. See, Chad, you're saying as someone with autism, hockey is one of your hyper fixations. Yeah, Kyle's biggest one is Disney. Kyle can take any subject, any situation, and relate it to Disney. especially Disney rides. It's incredible. Let me see, Chris. Do I have any non-Panther cards to give away? Not really. I mean, the only non-Panther cards I have are players that are Panthers, but they're in their previous team's uniforms. Well, I don't really buy hockey cards. I buy Panther cards and then sort through them and do what I need to do with them. So I mean, there might be a few like older cards, like what are these, like marquee men from like just some names. Was that bro? What do we got? I can't even see it with my. Here we go. Here we go. Like Brendan Shannon. Who's this? Can't read it without my glasses. Older guys. I know I had Jason Arnott. Can't see. It's all written in Matt Sundin. Guys like that. All right, let's see. The only good one is Matthias. You never know. Borgstrom might become something. You never know. Look, true story. Years ago, I used to collect baseball cards. And this was before all the home run records got destroyed in those first few years. And I remember I was at a card show, and I was just trying to bicker with the guy and with the quarter box and all of that. And I had a stack of, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 Sammy Sosa rookie cards. And I asked him to, hey, maybe, trade me for like a couple of these other cards just to get rid of them. And I still remember it to this day. He looked at me and he says, why in the hell would anybody want a Sammy Sosa rookie card? And then the next year, him and Bonds did their thing. So you never know. You never know. I forget how much money, but I made good. I did good with those Sosa cards. We'll put that, right? But you said the same thing about Tippett. Well, Tippett's not yet. He's still alive, right? One of those two guys is going to have a decent NHL career. Damn it. If not, I just feel bad for Dale Talon, right? I'd like for one of those guys to be scratched off of his miss list. So, all right. So what do we think about tonight's game, guys? Oh, by the way, I haven't seen, is Koskinen in for Smith? Which way did Edmonton go? I know that Francois is in for Kempfer. I almost said Grubauer. Does anybody know if Koskinen's in or not? It's amazing these teams get this far into the playoffs and now they're going to be on, switching goalies because Stu said maybe give Smith one more night, but I don't know. Koskinen played pretty. Smith is back in, huh? Okay. I mean, he's the guy that pretty much got you there, right? Maybe Stu's right. You figure give him one more shot, And also they may be figuring with Kemper out, they might be able to pick up a couple of extra goals. Like I said, I'd like an overtime game, please. All right. I like playoff overtime. I really enjoy it. So let's see. Gators, you would trade Horn, Uyghur, Duke. One thing I left out of that video is Hornquist actually has a no move clause as well. So that's even that makes it complicated more there. I don't know what we could do with Hornquist there. It's not one that I want to go, but yeah, just the more I thought about it, I thought, well, how about a 2-for-1 deal, right? The more I thought about it, I said that if they're going to let Bob go at some point, I wouldn't want Zito's job right now. I would not want Zito's job right now because there's the potential for so many moves to, in hindsight, blow up in his face, even though they'd be good moves right now. And then of course you don't even know who the coach is going to be, right? So Bill Zito's got the toughest job in the world for me right now. Let's see. Yeah, no, I know you could buy him out. there's still a 1.7 hit if you buy them out. So it saves us. It saves us, like I said, a little bit over 3. So that's always possible. So it's probably more likely than a trade, to be honest, right? So, all right. And Chris, you're saying you're looking for Kane and Kadri to have big games tonight. Yes, this one's going to be fun. I think they're going to clamp down a little bit, especially since both teams are playing with not their starters. No, actually, I just said that wrong. Smith is in, so my apologies. I have a feeling it's going to be just a little bit tighter tonight. You know, at Edmonton, they don't want to get down 2-0, right? Nobody does, but I think Edmonton feels like they can hang with this team and have an opportunity to win the game, win the series. But you've got to even it up tonight. You absolutely have to even it up tonight. So let's see. Chris, you're saying you're okay with Weegar leaving at this point. You'd rather keep Chiarot. Every time I say that, people try to talk me out of it. To be honest with you, financially, like I've said a couple of times, I would be okay with starting the season with just a couple like Lindholm and Haig, or Lindholm and Carlson at 5 and 60 as the bottom pair, and see what goes on from there, and see if there's anybody we need to pick up, at the trade deadline. I know a lot of people weren't happy with Sherratt. Apparently his numbers weren't that great. And he might want too much money to be a viable bottom pair guy. That's the thing. If we were going to keep him to be 5'6", that's fine, but not at any kind of price tag. So let's see. Gators just saying Duke is very soft, and finding a guy who can get 20 and 30 goals is easy to find. I don't know about the second part. I mean, it's a movable contract. Yeah. We're gonna need some of our young kids. We're gonna need a couple of these young kids to come up and fill some spaces. You just can't pay everybody $3 to $4 to $5 million, unless you find some magical way to trade Bob. It's gonna be, first thing is I want to know who the hell the coach is gonna be. Let's just sign Barry Trotz already. Let's do this. All right, let's see. Chad, you're saying, why do you have a feeling 3-2 Colorado in overtime? That's too low scoring for my blood. If we want to do overtime, let's do 6. I want Edmonton to even this series. I want 7 games. I want as many games as possible, as much hockey as possible. I want Edmonton to win tonight. So 6-5 in overtime, Edmonton. Yeah. With the no-brainer being McDavid gets the winner. 6-5 overtime, Edmonton, McDavid game winner. Sounds good to me. Hey, Nerfo, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Gators, we can get Hag for about $1. Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he would be like Haig, Lindholm, or Haig Carlson to start the season as the bottom pair. I'd be fine with that, like I said. And then if you need one more guy, in the trade deadline, you go get him. But I'd be fine with that. Unless does anybody know about the defensive guy, the defenseman we have in the minors? Is anybody close? Is anybody ready? I know we got that one guy that's like huge, like 6'8" or something. Anybody know about that? Obviously, I don't follow the minors all that well. Chris, it's Heppo and Niemi time. Yeah, he's going to need to put on a little bit of weight, though. Heppo, Danisenko, Hutsko, Samskovich. I loved Saron Noel on the ice last year. I know people said he struggled, but I think we're going to have at least one, if not 2 of those kids make the team this year. It's a must. Now that, remember, we thought we had Borgstrom, thought we had Tippett. In the last few years, it would be young talent that would be coming up and contributing for cheap. And so neither one worked out. So it's next guy's up. Sneaky Pete, thanks for coming in, bud. Starting goalies are Smith and Francois, if that's how you pronounce his name. I just want to call him Francois because Francois doesn't sound good. I'm going to call him Francois, and everybody can just correct me if it's wrong. It rolls off the tongue easy. One bad Steve, you just want good goaltending. I know when we finally got it, but Dale Talon missed. Dale Talon did some good things. Dale Talon did some bad things. We're still paying for Keith Yandel, and that's tough to do. That's tough to do. All right, let's see. Gators say Hag is a simple D-man, not going to get 2 goals, and that's got right. Yeah, he's fine for the bottom pair. No problem with that. Something that we got at the deadline has to pan out, right? I mean, we gave up a lot. That's the one thing with Sherratt. It's just like we gave up a lot. I was reading it today, and I realized we gave up a 1, a 4, and that kid, the prospect, I forget his name. And then the one for Giroux. I mean, that's a lot of draft capital. And I mean, I love Zito. I trust him to do the right thing, but God, you'd like one of those guys at least to work out. Let's see. Nerful, you're saying Noel was playing the 4th line of the AHL and was injured over half the season. Pretty much a bust. Damn it. That's disappointing. Damn it. That's disappointing. And then you're saying, look for Sourdiff. Is that how we pronounce it? You say he's pretty much our best prospect. He's a star in the WHL and is lighting it up. Okay, I'll keep that one. In mind. Elon Musk, Yandel was a Tom Rose hunting. Yeah, every time I say it's talent, somebody has to remind me. That all that time got so confusing because, to be honest with you, when it was going on, before we knew what was fixing to happen, the general mindset of us as fans, there was that, Tom Rowe was the GM, but we all kind of felt at that time like it was still Talon's watch because he got promoted up, and so it all kind of runs together for us. And look, you could really call him the 2-headed monster in the sense that we're still paying for things that both of them did. But no, you're not wrong. I consistently forget that. I forget that I remembered that I forgot. So thank you. Gators says you'd keep Ben over Uyghur. Right. Elon says you're looking to buy a hockey team. Any good deals in South Florida? No, 20 years ago, you might have been able to pick up a team. But no, these owners, these are good owners. They've made some mistakes, but they've made mistakes wanting to win. It wasn't because they got cheap. It was just that they did some not so great things the first couple of years. Tack. Good question. Not going to lie. How long can someone stay in the farm system until we say they're a bust? Those guys tend to get traded before they're actually a bust within your own team. You know what I mean? A lot of times, when you're trading prospects, it's like, we're trading away Uyghur. What do we get? We got a 2 and some kid. And usually that some kid is somebody that doesn't look like they're going to pan out, and the new team thinks, well, maybe with different coaching, different environment, right? Because, you're not going to usually trade away your guys that are looking good. You're usually kind of trying to get some kind of draft capital back. All right, let's see. Sourdiff. Okay, thanks, Nerful. Let's see. Steve says, did I talk crap about Uyghur yet? Will somebody tell Steve that, yes, we're talking about trading Uyghur? Let's see. ZB Mono. Thanks, buddy. Michael Benning is a pretty good fit. Right-handed offensive D-man. Think he made the game-winning goal in the national championship game. I'll check him out. All right. I'll take a peek. I will take a look at that too. Yes. Gators, Tim. Yes, we finally have great owners who want to keep the team. Absolutely. Absolutely. Believe me, if they wanted to not have the team, if they wanted to get rid of the team, they would have had plenty of opportunity. You know what I mean? They had plenty of chances. All right, so what do we got? 726. All right, so just as a reminder, today's cards are the No More Panthers, since it's not a Panther game. So I've got this Sean Matthias card. I've got this Henrik Borgstrom rookie card. And I have Mr. Yan Yan, Keith Yandel. It's a nice card, though. It's a chrome. So whoever gets the question right will win those 3 cards. I'm going to make it ridiculously easy. So you guys are going to really have to work hard if you don't want the cards. Don't answer right. All right, let's see. Nerfel. Yeah, Benning is one of our good defensive prospects. All right. Yeah, I think this might be the year I have to pay attention to what's going on in the minors a little bit more, so I have a little bit more of an educated POV when I'm making videos. Because I've been focusing on the forwards, but the truth of it is, like I said, Gudis is in the last year of his contract. So, at some point to be successful, you have to have younger kids come up and play well, or not pay your goalie $10 million, right? There's only so many superstars you can afford to pay. Let's see. Nerfel says the farm is still pretty strong, even though Zito traded some of his. Yes, it's good. The problem is no first round picks for a little bit, right? So that's some of these guys that we have now have to work out. You got to figure we need at least 2 of these forwards and one of the defensemen to come in and be something better than just, okay, we can throw them on the 4th line or in the bottom pair. Eventually, you have to have kids come up and play well. Tack, you heard the owners want to move the team out of Sunrise into a downtown Fort Lauderdale. Well, they are renovating the old war memorial. I guess it's War Memorial. What is it? It's not an arena. I think it was an amphitheater. Anyway, I'm searching for the word. I can't remember. They're renovating that to be a new practice facility and everything like that. Yeah, I've heard that every once in a while too about them maybe moving it to Fort Lauderdale. I think East would be a better more central location. But I mean, 6 of one half. If they have the money they want to invest it that way, that's fine. I don't know how much of a huge difference in attendance it really would make. And I know they can't raise parking anymore. I mean, geez. So they're going to have to – they can't do that. That's for sure. All right. Nerfel, Borgstrom, what a fail. I know. I don't know. Most people just figure he got overdrafted. That's what most people have come to the conclusion on with him. It just we assumed because of where he got drafted that he was going to be a player that he needs to put on some weight. He's not put on any weight at all, not that I've seen. Steve says, let's move to Quebec and watch a Quebec Panthers game. Riley, you like the old Panthers logo better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, we got Raven, Mod Raven. Rod Raven is here. Let's see. Gators Tim. The Panthers should play in downtown Boca. I know Stu would be happy about that. Raven, I should open the Discord for public. It's actually something I've been considering, but I don't want to piss off the people that originally, the people that have been paying and everything, for the Patreon and everything. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everyone. I'm going to run a poll with the Patreon people and the YouTube members. And as long as everybody's okay with it, I've actually been considering doing that because I don't have the time, as you know, to really be there all that much. There's only so many places I could be. So So I probably shouldn't be charging for it. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be part of a perk. It should just be public. So thank you for reminding me, because that's actually something I've been considering doing. So we'll get with that in the next week. If you don't see me doing it, just remind me. You know, I forget. Zibimano Samskovic. Is that Samoskovic? Okay. Is our last year's 24th pick. Heard he's more of a playmaker. Yeah, I haven't heard much about him, but boy, do we need a pure goal scorer. And that's the reason why it's one name. You know, I know I brought up Duclair. No guarantee. We need guys that are going to score. We need guys that are going to score. Chris, you got overdrafted too, bought too many cupcakes. Tack, you don't think downtown Lauderdale would give a much better time atmosphere? Tampa's in downtown. Okay. You think downtown Lauderdale would give a much better game time atmosphere? I see what. Yeah. That's a good point, because there's nothing out there, right? There's nothing out there with this. All right, I could buy that. I could buy that. Yeah. I'll make sure they do it. I'll pitch in $5 for them to do it. I know it would make a lot of people closer, right? All right, let's see. You can finally see Bud's chats. Maybe because you're mod, I guess. Nerfel, Denisenko was the sniper. All right, well, then that kid needs to be on the ice. Enough is enough. Those kids need to be given an opportunity here, right? I was really surprised that towards the end of the season that we didn't bring up either one of those guys, even for just a 3 or 4 game stint. I think I know somebody said, was it Denisenko who was hurt at the end? But I would have liked to have seen them get a few games in this year. So, all right, let's see. Bud, you're saying he's a crafty player. Would love to see him on the second line. He's still injured? Still, right? Raven, yeah, absolutely, man. Just let me know when you do it, because a lot of times I don't check. If I don't remember the notification when it comes in, it'll get slid under the rug. You could also email me too if you wanted to, Nerful. That's quicker to get a response out of me. All right, let's see. Or what a Raven, I said. Nerful, anybody. You guys know the email address. Let's see. Denisenko had 4 points in 7 games last year. Yeah, and then just nothing this year. I was disappointed that he didn't get a few games, you know. Raven, I should trade for Jeff Carter. Where is Jeff, by the way? Jeff hasn't been. I guess he doesn't want to do the non-Panther streams. I get that. Denisenko was injured at the end of the season. Yeah, but what? That was a little while ago, right? It was at least 6 weeks. He's still injured? Or is it just, they're not playing, so we don't know? You feel he's a good okay, I'm talking to 2 different people. So Bud, you're thinking if he becomes a Kucherov, you're talking about Denisenko? Or who are we talking about? That's a high let's just hope he's not Owen Tippett. Right? Let's see. ZB, you say you don't think Borgstrom problem was all his weight, because players like Sebastian Aho is a hockey player, skinny. We all know how good he is. Yeah. But some guys, look, he was supposed to be this speedy playmaker, and what they call him, the wizard. And I just never saw any of the time he was out there. If he wasn't a first round pick, if he'd have been like a 4th or 5th round pick, anytime you would have seen him out there on the ice, be like, why is this guy playing? But because he was a first round pick, we all kind of thought, okay, he's going to develop and improve into something. I think we had false advertising. I don't know what happened with that kid. Bud says Borgstrom played good in a crappy college system of hockey. Gotcha. Nerful, he didn't play in the AHL playoffs, so must have been bad. All right. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. All right, so let me go. I'm going to go to the roster here. I want to get a trivia question for the 3 cards here. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see. Give me something good. Give me something good here. All right. Why not? This will be really, really easy. All right. Let me get back to the live stream. All right. This will be really, really easy. This will be an easy question. Not really. To win the 3 cards, all right, Matthias and Yandel and Borgstrom, to win the 3 cards, in today's video, I mentioned that the Panthers only have 1 winger who's going to become an RFA. Who is it? We have 1 winger that's going to become an RFA this season. Who is it? You guys are like, you said it'd be easy, man. Nobody wants the cards. Nobody's even guessing. Nope, not Lomberg, not Reinhardt. Everybody's going to be guessing like Barkov. Nobody wants the cards. It's not Bob. No, Murphy has no clue. Well, hey, Bud got it. Bud, you got it, man. You got it. All right, Luosterainen. Exactly. Yeah, he's the only one that's an RFA. Everybody else is a UFA. But I think I still have something that you won that I haven't shipped out yet. Oh, come on. You know what I meant. A forward, man. When I say winger, they're all wingers to me. Did anybody not realize what I meant? So we're doing icy. So I screwed it up is what you're saying, right? Which that makes sense because it was Yandel. So nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. Well, shit. He still guessed it right, but I see what you're saying. All right, new question. All right. Oh, this is all Brother Gene's fault. I haven't heard from him in 2 days. I've been texting him trying to figure out if he's okay or not. He ain't answering me. And so I don't know what the hell's going on there. So, all right. For the card, let me come back over here. I can't believe I screwed that up. Jeez. All right, let me get over here. Come on, let's see here. All right, fine. We'll do it this way. What? Where did it go? Oh, that's not the one. Hold on a second. I'll come back over here so I can see myself. Okay, here's the next question. We have 1 defenseman that's going to be an RFA. Who is it? Bud got it again anyway. Bud got it anyway. So what I'll do, Bud, is I will photocopy these cards so that you get the first win and the second win. All right, but yeah, but I believe that there's something that you won that I haven't shipped out yet. I'm behind. So if there is, I'll put those cards with it. Just remind me as always. Just remind me as always. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, the one from yesterday. Okay. Oh, the 3 cards. No, it was 1 card plus bonus, right? Is that what I did yesterday? Just remind me. It'll all get to you. You know I'm good. You know I'm good for it. So, all right. So what do we got? We got about 10, 12 minutes left here. What do we got for predictions tonight? What do we got going on prediction wise tonight, guys? I'm saying 6-5 Edmonton overtime. McDavid with the winner. Early on, too, like the first minute of overtime. That's what I got. That's what I got. Karen's in there cooking food. I'm getting distracted again, man. Barkov Hattie. Ooh, if we get a hat trick, if we get a hat trick, I got to shave. I got to look good. I got to look good when I throw the hat. This is different on the live streams. But so I actually did that. The who was it? The McKinnon hat trick. I actually did I do it before or after? Either after the second period or after that. But the point is I went and I shaved my head so I could throw the damn hat. I don't like the look because it's not much there, and you get that whole ring there. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way, especially in here it's okay, but then downstairs you get the shining, you get the big bald spot with the ring. It's not a good look, man. Hey, Richie, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you, huh? Riley saying 5-4 Oilers. Sounds good. Sounds good. What's the over-under today? What the hell is the over-under, man? It's got to be 8, right? I mean, you got to figure I bet you it's like 7.5 or 8. But did I ever watch Bure play? You mean, did I go to a game when he was there? I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, I saw him obviously on TV and everything, but I'm not sure if I ever saw him play live. That was, I went to a lot of games, and then when Kyle was born in '99, that kind of took up the extra money and everything. Oh, what was the darkest moment in Panthers history? You mean other than 3.8 seconds left? If you're talking about off the ice, Stu Barnes and Jason Woolley for Chris Wells. If you're talking about on the ice, that's tough. 3.8 seconds. And I know it's fresh. Richie, yes, Smith is starting. It's Smith and Francois. Nerfel, that's probably the one. The Devils 2 overtime. But that 3.8 seconds is close because you win that game and it's all you got a series. But when you lost that game, you kind of knew that was the series, and there was so much. I mean, we're sitting here thinking we're going to win a cup. It's close. It's really close. And to be honest with you, I think the 3.8 seconds is, in terms of it being the darkest, because obviously, against New Jersey, I mean, double overtime season's over, but we played our guts out that game. But the 3.8 seconds, that's dark. That's dark. Yeah. But at least they were in the playoffs in those moments. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Chad. It's tough, man. It's tough. Raven, did you leave? You're back? All right. Well, we don't have any porn bots today, which is good. Notice how what it is Steve is muted. It must be the sound of Steve typing or something. I don't know. Steve is muted and there's no porn bots. You can draw the connection any way you want. Oh, man. So, all right. So, Edmonton tonight has got to win this game because I want 7 games. I want all of it to go 7 games. Let's see. ZB says, do I think Andrew will go back to being an assistant if we'd signed some other head coach? Or no. You really usually don't see that because now he may keep some of the other staff, but I would be shocked because usually you don't see a guy who's been the head coach go back because then you're going to split the room, right? You're gonna split the room. And remember, when Brunette, he was the power play coach. So a new guy is going to want to come in and either run the power play himself or get a different set of eyes on it. So I think no. I think Brunette could get a head coaching job somewhere on a team that's got some years until they're ready, like Detroit. Not, I mean, I don't think they're looking for a coach, but a team like that where there's not much expectations. He can grow into the job, and 3 years down the road, that's when you're starting to expect to be, at least competing to be in the playoffs. Poopy Pants Steve. Nice, Raven. I like it. Let's see. Gator says Andrew's not going to be back next year. You think yeah, exactly. You think we would have heard something already. Yeah. I agree. If it take either way, if it takes this long to decide he's your guy, he's not your guy. I think that you know what I mean. I think what they probably wanted to do was put some space in between the sweep and making the decision, so that, and you heard Zito telling everybody, we're going to go through the process. We're going to think about it. We're going to take our time. So I think what they wanted to give was the impression that this is not because we got, swept and Bruno got fired. Because I think they want to do him right like they did for Toronto, so that he can go somewhere else and be successful. But yeah, at this point, I'd be surprised. I wouldn't say shocked. I'd be heavily surprised if Brunette came back. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Riley, Sonic the Hedgehog would be a crazy goalie for the Panthers. That'd actually be a fun video to make, like a hockey team of like cartoon characters. Like, where would they play? Riley, that's actually a decent idea for a video. Huh. I'll give that some thought. That would be a fun video to make. Huh. Interesting. Let's see. Steve, why are you pooping yourself? Because you can't hear what we're saying about you. That's all. Gators. Well, I agree with the second one in terms of Trotz. I don't think these owners would take Q back. Not that I think he, because of the controversy. You know what I mean? I just don't think they're not the type of owners to take that kind of heat. I really don't think so. And no matter what he does, no matter what happens, there's going to be, some chaos around that. So again, I'd be surprised, which would be interesting. Now, under those circumstances, if Q actually did come back, then I think Brunette would go back to his old position. But I would be, that would really, really shock the hell out of me. If not just if he came back to the Panthers, because that's kind of like thumbing your nose at Bettman. Be like, yeah, all right, he's gone for a year. Because what they said was he resigned rather than face a lengthy suspension. So is lengthy the rest of the year? I think it would be more. Otherwise, they would have just let him be suspended for the rest of the year and had him come back next year. So that sounds to me like he was going to get more than a year on a suspension. So we'll see. All right, let's see. Or fan reaction to Bruno, Richie. I'm not sure I understand the question, bud. Chad, yes, his inexperience got exposed. Absolutely. Hey, Vincent, how you doing, bud? Let's see. If I can only keep one of them, Huberdeau, Barkov, or Ekblad. Let's see. If I could only keep one, Barkov. Now, why is that? Two-way, because the type of center he is not easy to come by. You can replace a Huberdeau to some extent easier than you could a Barkov. Same with Ekblad. And plus, to be honest with you, if I can only keep one, I'm answering Barkov because I figure we could get a hell of a haul back in a trade with Huberdeau or Ekblad. So that's it. I mean, in terms of the question, that's the answer. And I know some people would rather say Huberdeau, but Barkov's contract is less tradable than Huberdeau's. Let's see. Steve says you'd keep none. Flip all three for a 6th-round pick. Oh, man. Any full game streams soon? No, Raven. Here's the thing with that. It took so much out of me to do them that it was just, I was ending up canceling so much content later on down the road. Considering, between this and the recap and the review that I've got three videos per game right now. And the other end to that is, to be honest with you, in terms of full game streams, if I was ever going to do that, and we haven't talked about this, and so let's just say if I was ever going to do that, I would want to collab with somebody else who was responsible for the play-by-play, and I could just do a little bit of color, inserting things here and there. It takes way too much out of my voice to do the full game. I can gut it out, but then I'm exhausted the next day. So, yeah, unfortunately, I probably won't be doing full game streams. Richie, you think Hugh is back and only Zito knows? I mean, here's what I'll say. On a selfish note, how many views do you think that video gets? Huh? I think that'd be my first one to get 10,000. My first hockey video to get 10,000 is Q returns to the Florida Panthers. So on a selfish note, yeah. And I would put, like, if Q comes back for that one video, I'm putting like every possible ad I can, like 2 non-skip ads in the middle of the thing, post-roll ads, just on that one video. I'll buy myself a GoPro with that one video. That's the only, but that would be the only, yeah, I'd be okay with that. But, oh, geez. I can't imagine if it's, Steve's got his sound on. All right. Let's see. Chris says, you have to disagree with me. You think the most likely scenario is Bruno coming back. Anything else would be a surprise to you? Well, I guess one of us will be right. You know what I mean? I just think it's taking so long. I really hope not, to be honest with you, because you're saying this is the guy. We know this is the guy that is going to take us all the way. And I did not see anything from him. I really didn't see anything from him right now, especially in the postseason, that tells me he's that caliber of a coach. He reminds me of a Bob Bugner type. So I hope Zito doesn't make that move. But we'll see, right? One of us will be right. Riley, your duck, Huey likes the Penguins, Golden Knights, Hurricanes, and Oilers. Oh, your duck, you got to send us a picture of your duck, man. Mike effing Smith, 100 years old. I really thought they were going to go back to Koskinen. He played well. I'm surprised. I agree with you. Vincent says, you agree completely. Ekblad's not a good defenseman, and Hubie is the most annoying player to watch. Well, he's annoying when he passes too much. I don't think annoying. For me, it's more like irritating, right? I guess irritating and annoying are the same thing, but you get the point. Yeah, when he passes too much, it's something. Let's see. Nerfel says, according to Friedman, the Panthers are close on the decision at coach, but not certain. Trotz also says he's taking his time with the decision, so it doesn't have to be a rush. So we'll see. I'm sure Zito has spoken to somebody in Trotz's camp, if not Trotz himself, because you don't want to fire your coach thinking you're going to hire this guy and then he's not interested in the job. The good news is we have owners that will pay top money for a coach. All right. That's the good news, is we're not going to lose out on a guy because the owners won't pay up. All right. A couple more minutes here, guys. Let's see. Steve says everyone's upset because the Panthers have Uyghur. We should all be thankful we don't have Mike Smith. Oh, so true. It's so true, man. Richie Zito's making Bruno sweat like we did in the playoffs, right? That's true, man. That's true. Let's see. The word I'm looking to describe Huey is frustrating, not the other words. All right. We'll let Steve have it today. Since Steve, the first thing Steve heard me say, he's critiquing me, but that's okay. That's okay, right? So, oh, Nick Ritchie would be a good fit for us, for y'all. All right, I can't hold on a second. I keep hearing a noise out here on the porch. I don't know what's going on out there. All right, guys. I gotta get moving. I gotta get downstairs. I had to restart my computer. The whole thing froze up on me. So I gotta go get all my software ready for the editing and everything. So I need a couple extra minutes. So really appreciate everybody coming out. This was good. This was fun. You know the drill. Recap, review, and I'll be back 1 hour before tomorrow night's game, 7:00. Until then, appreciate all the support. No, I heard you read my flip. All right, Steve. I love you too, Steve. All right, guys. Later. Bye.